Yes, sir. This is the best damn WWE 2K Universe mode. And I am the J-Dogg. I told you I wasn't going anywhere. We are here for the long run. The best damn universe mode continues here in 2K18, and this is a best damn universe mode exclusive. This is a preview slash review show, whatever you want to call it. We're going to take a look at 2K18, where we left off in 17. So before we get in all that, I just want to go on a little small little rant or backstory, whatever. Just let you guys know, if you haven't caught my episodes before, or been here from the beginning. I mean, first of all, check it out. The playlist is there. WWE Best Damn Universe, WWE 2K Best Damn Universe Mode, the Best Damn Universe Mode. The playlist is there. Episodes 1 all the way through 21, which was the last one. I believe it was Extreme Rules. They're in order. Everything is there. Easy to find. Check them out. They're awesome. Well, I started this thing, man, for fun. Mostly it was a bottom line. It's for fun. I do this for fun. I don't make money off of this. I do it for my mental health. I do this as therapy. I do this to continue my creative juices flowing. When you do work that involves finance or a lot of data entries, I do stuff like that. You don't get a chance to be creative. So this is an avenue that I explore, man. I love wrestling, and I've always loved pro wrestling. I love video games, and I love the universe mode, the concept of universe mode. And I started actually the concept of universe mode, I would say, all the way back. I was gonna say, as I say in my intro, with No Mercy, which was one of the greatest games of all time, N64. Most of you would agree. I started there, man. I created a lot of stuff there, but actually it started way before that. I mean, that was the first video game maybe that I did that with, but it started way before that, when I was a young lad. And me and my boy Isaac, shout out to you if you're watching this, if you ever do. If you're not playing poker, you damn degenerate, gambling all your money away. Anyway, we started, man. We would play with our G.I. Joes. I'd tape them up. We'd use markers to put blood on them. You could wash them off. Our ring was a cardboard box, and I colored it as a wrestling ring, and we create stories, matches, pay-per-views. It was awesome, man. We had a great time, and maybe that's why I love WWE 2K so much, and especially Universe Mode. This is all I play, man. Universe Mode. Because it gives me a chance to do that, man. Get creative and create feuds and stories, and it's just a lot of fun, man. Bottom line, it's a lot of fun. And just because I do it just for me doesn't mean that I don't enjoy feedback and that. I've had some feedback already of what people want to see, some constructive criticism. I've improved my microphone. I got a new mic. I think it sounds great compared to the old episodes. If you look at the old episode, new one, you can tell the difference. So we're in this for the long run, man. I'm in this for the long run. J-Dogg Nation Network here. And we're going to get into WWE 2K18, I guess, and we'll take it from here. And here we go. The preview slash review. I guess we'll start here after my little background slash rant or whatever you want to call it. And here we go. Here's the calendar, man. So look the same, WWE 17. Nothing has changed. But we're going to take a little look, a backstage look, if you will, killing kayfabe a little bit here, but hey, man, I don't do this a lot, but why not? We're starting out 2K18. Let's take a look at this and get into what's new, what's old, what happened before a little bit, and let's take a look at the calendar first of all, man. Here's a WCW Monday Nitro, who is owned, if you don't know yet, operated by Shane McMahon, and then we have WWE Raw is War on Tuesdays, which is owned and operated by Vince McMahon, and then NXT is the minor league system as it is for both WWE and WCW. Now again, both these, it all started 2K17. Well, I'm going back to it, man. When I really got into it was 2K18, but the best damn universe mode actually started, the upload started in 17, so we'll start from there. That is the origins. There was a draft between Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon, and they filled up those 4 rounds, the world title round, the minor titles, which is the US and the Intercontinental title, respectively, the tag team titles and the women's titles. So it was 4 different rounds. And we'll see that later when I go over the world champions and the contenders. But Vince McMahon got the first pick. Shane McMahon got the Monday night slot. And that's how this calendar is taking place now. Now, we've gotten a lot of feedback. People say, well, why you got NXT, man? They're, you know, do ECW, bring back ECW, man. I've gotten that feedback. And you know what? Be careful what you wish for, because the Best Damn Universe mode might get extreme. You got to stay tuned to see what happens. But for right now, we do have NXT still. And we have here in the calendar, let's take a look at the pay-per-views. And NXT TakeOver, our first TakeOver, the Best Damn Universe mode. And we will crown new champions, or the first champions in the Best Damn Universe mode. Over the last month, over the past 4, I believe 5 episodes of NXT, we have been going through the title tournament, the NXT title tournament, the Women's Championship Tournament, and the NXT Tag Team Championship Tournament. So those tournaments are all set. We have the finals going into NXT TakeOver, which will be our next big event. And just a little preview there, the NXT title tournament final, the NXT title tournament finals is between Bobby Roode, the #1 seed, and he will face Cassius Ohno. The #1 seed of the tag team titles advanced were the Revival, and they will take on the Bullet Club's Young Bucks. That should be an interesting match. And speaking of interesting, what everybody wanted to see, what we all expected, #1 seed versus #2 seed, Asuka Awesome Kong for the NXT Women's Championship. And again, more on that. Let's just get through this calendar real quick here. As you see, in May, our next WCW pay-per-view will be a Japan Super Show. And Shane McMahon on the next episode 22, yeah, 22. We left off in episode 21, which was Extreme Rule in 2 parts. And I'm going to continue. I know some other people started over in NXT. I mean, even though they continue the story, they kind of put episode #1, but I'm not. We're going to go. This is the Best Damn Universe mode. It's going to fall under that umbrella. We're on WWE 2K18 now, but it'll follow with episode number 22. So that'll be the next Nitro, and there's going to be big news on that episode on the Japan Super Show. There's going to be some collaboration there between Japanese promotions and Shane McMahon, what he's been working on. So big news on that, and there's going to be a huge main event on Nitro, so make sure you catch that. I'm excited for it. Then WWE here in May, bringing back the King of the Ring in all its glory, the prestigious King of the Ring tournament. We have 1 night tournament, 8 men, and 1 man will be crowned the King of the Ring. And more big news on that on the following episodes of Raw. Let's get through this here now. In June, we got the Great American Bash, and we got Money in the Bank for WWE. Great American Bash, WCW, if you didn't know. WCW has Bash at the Beach in July. And WWE, we're going old school. We're bringing back In Your House. So not only bringing back the King of the Ring, we're bringing back now In Your House as its own pay-per-view in July. That should be fun. August, Road Wild and SummerSlam. September, Fall Brawl, the War Games for WCW, WWE, No Mercy in September. October, Halloween Havoc for WCW, and Hell in a Cell, WWE's pay-per-view there in October. November, we got the Survivor Series for WWE, and then World War III, which will have the Royal Rumble concept or a variation of it. Not sure yet. We're playing around with that, and give me some feedback. What would you like to see in World War III? Because the winner of World War III will go on then December. Big pay-per-view for WCW, their biggest of the year, Starrcade in December, and they will go in to face the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, whoever that is, going into Starrcade. So give me some feedback on that. Again, this calendar is set now, but it's not, I guess, it's not the Bible. It could switch around, you know. This is kind of like the Constitution. It's there, but we could amend it if necessary. So I'm not very religious about this calendar. It could change. We could see some changes. We could see shows change as well. Like I said, we might get extreme. Spoiler alert. WWE TLC in December. A little tender loving care for the holidays from WWE. January, WCW has sold out, and WWE has the Royal Rumble. February, we're going to have WCW Super Brawl, and WWE has the Elimination Chamber. And that will put a big, well, I'm bringing back, man, Elimination Chamber right before WrestleMania. I like the concept of it, but again, that could also change as well, where we might see the world title defended there, the Intercontinental title in Elimination Chamber. We'll see. Still far away, but, and here we go in March. This is where the calendar year ends for 2K here. And the Best Damn Universe mode, WCW ends with Uncensored, their version of Extreme Rules. And Shane McMahon has said that you ain't seen nothing yet between ECW or Extreme Rules or any of that, because Uncensored's going to be out of control. And it's going to have to be, because it's rivaling WrestleMania, which will be in March, our last pay-per-view of the calendar year. And of course, the biggest event of the year in sports entertainment and 2K and wrestling history. WrestleMania, baby. So there you go. That is the calendar for now as we start off 2K18. Now we will take you over to the world title. Let's take a look at the world titles on both shows and the power rankings. All right, so here we go. After looking at the calendar, here is WCW, man, and their main show, Monday Nitro on Mondays. And here it is. The World Heavyweight Champion is Stone Cold Steve Austin. WCW United States Champion Eddie Guerrero, Paige, the WCW Women's Champion, and the current WCW World Tag Team Champions, the Enforcers. Let's start off here with the Tag Team Champion. And a little review here from 2K17. We had a WCW World Title Tournament throughout Nitro, and that was then decided. The WCW World Championship was decided at a Slammiversary, where Gallows and Anderson defeated the Hardy Boys to become the first WCW World Tag Team Champions in the Best Damn Universe mode. Now the Hardys have fallen off the map. There was some disarray between them, some argument between them. We don't know what happened, but they have quit WCW for now. We have no update on them yet, so we'll see what if Shane McMahon sheds some light on that. But besides that, well, let's get right to the ranking, man. Besides that, every other tag team here was originally drafted, as I mentioned, the draft, those 4 rounds of drafted. All these teams, all these wrestlers were drafted. So we're gonna see here a little preview of the draft and the rankings, though, how they are now. So it's not how they were drafted. The rankings are what has been going on this last month, leading into 2K18. So WCW World Tag Team Champions, the Enforcers, who beat Gallows and Anderson right after the next night after Slammiversary on Nitro. Enforcers challenged the Club. The Club accepts, but then the Club right now is having a little beef here with the Clique, man. And that's going to be an awesome feud. Finn Balor in it, leading Gallows and Anderson, and Shawn Michaels, Hall, and Nash. So those 6 gentlemen fighting over, see who is really too damn sweet. Anyway, on Nitro, Carl Anderson got jumped by Scott Hall, Kevin Nash before his championship match. He obviously wasn't 100%. We thought he was. He looked good early in that match, but later on, he passed out to the sleeper Larry Zbyszko. The Enforcers become the new tag team champions of the world. Gallows and Anderson remain #1 contenders now. They should have their rematch soon. More on that on Nitro. #2 contenders, the Wyatt family, who looked very strong in that tournament. #3, we got the Clique, who right now, well, is feuding with Gallows and Anderson. We'll see. Gallows and Anderson can become champions before them, or the Clique could take them out and maybe move up the rankings. So we'll see what happens there. The Road Warriors, #4, followed by Edge and Christian, American Alpha, and Sheamus and Cesaro, who have taken the spot of the Hardys here. As I mentioned, the Hardys quit WCW. A lot of talk in the back. I mean, we still don't know exactly what happened, but they weren't happy after losing that title match. A lot of issue there between Jeff and Matt. They have quit. So we put in there Sheamus and Cesaro are now the 7th ranked team in WCW. Welcome to the Best Damn Universe mode, Sheamus. You are now in WCW, partnering up with Cesaro, and that should be some interesting matches, man. I see Sheamus, Cesaro versus the Road Warriors, American Alpha. Wow, that should be some hard-hitting matches. So it should be interesting, man. But here you go. So that is the teams there. And now we look at the women's champion, Paige, who won the women's championship at Slammiversary, where we decided all the champions except the world champion. There was a title tournament for that to kick off the Best Damn Universe mode. If you haven't seen it, go back, check it out. It was freaking awesome. Anyway, WCW Women's Champion is Paige. She won the Fatal 4-Way, and these women were in it. Alundra Blaze, #1 contender, Brie Bella, #2, and Sasha Banks. All those 3 women were with Paige in that Fatal 4-Way. Sasha was pinned, therefore she is the #3 contender, with Brie Bella, Alundra Blaze ahead of her, who were not pinned in that Fatal 4-Way match. We have Lita rounding off at #4, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, and Tamina at #7. And these again were the original women who were drafted for this division by Shane McMahon. So not a lot has changed. The Hardy Boys, Sheamus thing changed. I'll let you know what changed, but most of them, I mean, you get a little preview here. We're getting a preview of what's going on, but we're getting a review of the original draft. So here we go. The Eddie Guerrero, the United States champion, and here's the United States Championship division right now, the mid-card for WCW. The #1 contender, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who lost to Eddie Guerrero and, at Slammiversary for the United States Championship. Both those men won Fatal 4-Ways on Nitro to qualify for that match. Guerrero was crowned the first WCW United States Champion in the Best Damn Universe mode. Ricky Steamboat is #1 contender. Will he get a rematch? Or will Randy Savage move up? Will Cesaro move up? Will Bray Wyatt move up? And Bray Wyatt right now in the middle of a feud with Goldberg, who's in the world title division. So that's interesting there. If he gets a big win, will Bray Wyatt move into the world title division and Goldberg move down? That's what's going to happen, man. Here in the Best Damn Universe mode, that's what we're about. We're about these prestigious titles, making them prestigious. This is a sports entertainment, but we're going to focus a lot on the sports of it as well, and the rankings and power rankings, and these guys moving up and down accordingly to how they win matches, win feuds, how big they are. So, and the feedback from the fans. You guys have feedbacks. Want to see guys move up and down? Want to see certain matches? Let me know. So here we go. Bray Wyatt #4, Sami Zayn #5. #6 is Chris Jericho. And #7, Daniel Bryan rounds it up. And those were, again, the original 8 men selected, drafted by Shane McMahon for his mid-card title. World Heavyweight Championship. The world champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin, who became world champion at Slammiversary when he defeated the man who won the tournament to become the first WCW World Champion in the Best Damn Universe mode. Yours truly, CM Punk. And he is the current #1 contender. He will get his rematch very, very soon. Spoiler alert again. Very, very soon. Watch WCW Nitro. So Punk, #1 contender. Now Shawn Michaels and Finn Balor, man, I think they're 2A and 2B. They're not even 2 and 3. Both these guys with big wins. Shawn Michaels over Hulk Hogan at Slammiversary, and Finn Balor over Ric Flair at Slammiversary. And now both of them feuding. We'll see who moves up and gets a title shot first. So those guys not fighting over just who's too sweet, as Shawn Michaels called Finn Balor and the Club wannabes of the Clique. Finn Balor said, "Hey, you guys are old news. The Club is what's in. The Bullet Club is what's going on right now. You guys are old news, and we're going to prove it." So not only are they fighting over that to see who's just too sweet, but more importantly, they're fighting to see who moves up the rankings and who can get a shot first at the WCW World Championship. Both men have talked about becoming world champion. Talking about becoming world champion, Goldberg is out there, and Goldberg, who got stunned in that tag team match on Nitro where Austin and Goldberg were tag team partners, and after they won, Stone Cold delivered a stunner to Goldberg. Goldberg's not happy about that, but right now he has Bray Wyatt to worry about. He's up there #4 over Kurt Angle because he beat him at Slammiversary, but Kurt Angle's there #5. Ric Flair #6, and for now Hulk Hogan is #7, but he suffered an injury on 2K17. We're gonna see what happens. Get an update on Hogan. Is he back? I mean, he got bloodied up in that match with Shawn Michaels. They said he had a concussion, had some internal injuries, so we don't know what the condition of Hogan is. He might drop out of there. Who knows? We might see somebody else, somebody brand new, just come in and contend in the world title division. But for now, Hulk Hogan is the #7. That was the original top 8 picks for Shane McMahon. And there you have it. That's the champions and the rankings for WCW, Shane McMahon's WCW. Now we're going to take a look at WWE. Okay, and here we go. WWE, Raw is War, their main show. Vince McMahon runs WWE as always, as it should be, at least for now, until he dies. Let's see, in the World Tag Team Championship, the division Demolition is the Tag Team Champions of the World. WCW Women's Champion is Trish Stratus. Bret the Hitman Hart, the Intercontinental Champion. And our WWE Champion at the moment, the #1 pick of the draft back in 2K17, Brock Lesnar. Let's start here with the Tag Team Champions and Demolition, who in the original show, well, McMahon went about it a different way. And if you catch it, you want to see all the championships decided, again, besides the world titles that were decided in tournaments before we even kicked off the Best Damn Universe mode in Raw and Nitro. Besides that, the minor title, the tag team title, and the women's title, Shane McMahon had tournaments leading into Slammiversary. Vince McMahon did not. Vince McMahon wanted Champion's crown before Shane McMahon, always trying to be ahead of the competition. He had matches on the first ever Raw of the Best Damn Universe mode, and we had New Day versus Demolition in that Raw, and New Day beat them. New Day became the first WWE World Tag Team Champions, but at Extreme Rules, Demolition defeated New Day in a very underwhelming cage match. It wasn't that great, man. That's another thing about me. I'll tell you guys when I see, I'm not going to hype everything up. This isn't, I'm real, man. I keep it real. This isn't over-scripted, over-produced, over-hyped. I mean, when I'm excited, I'm excited. I'm excited a lot about a lot of these matches, pay-per-views, but once I do it, man, if they're not live up to my standards, I'll let you know. And that match wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. Just like Slammiversary, I was a little disappointed with Slammiversary. Even though there was some good matches, I was a little bit disappointed in Slammiversary. I think Shane has to kick it up and deliver, because the Extreme Rules was a little bit better than a Slammiversary. So I think Vince McMahon is ahead of him right now. Anyway, in that title match, that cage match, Demolition became the new World Tag Team Champions. The New Day, #1 contenders, former champions. #2, we have the Von Erichs, as they have been feuding with the Hart Foundation, who's been causing a lot of chaos. But the Von Erichs got a big win in a 6-man tag over the Hart Foundation, as they brought in Dusty Rhodes, baby, as their partner. More on him a little later now. But the Hart Foundation here, #3. The Usos, #4. The Natural Disasters at 5. We got the Dudley Boys, and then Enzo Amore and Big Cass. And these were the top teams here, or are the top tag teams for WWE and Vince McMahon right now. Demolition, tag team champs. Let's take a look at the women's division here. WWE Women's Champion Trish Stratus. Chyna beat Trish Stratus, as I said, in that first Raw where all the champions were decided. Chyna defeated her, but Trish put up a tremendous fight. Impressed McMahon so much that he gave her a rematch at Extreme Rules, and it was a last woman standing match. And if you didn't catch it, go back. If you're going to watch any of the matches from Extreme Rules, watch Reigns and Cena, which was awesome, and watch this women's match that was very, very hard-hitting, very awesome. Trish Stratus came out with a big-time game plan, and she actually knocked out Chyna for the 10 count and was able to pull off the big upset and became the new WWE Women's Champion. Now you say, why is Charlotte the #1 contender? Why isn't Chyna the #1 contender like all the other former champs are? Well, Charlotte a couple of weeks back won a battle royal to become the #1 contender, so she was ready to face off either Chyna or Trish Stratus. So there you go, Charlotte is the #1 contender. Natalya is at #2 ahead of Chyna, because Natalya had a big win on Raw against Trish Stratus before Extreme Rules. So Natalya moved up the rankings there. Chyna is at #3, and she cannot be happy about that. #4, Nia Jax. Man, we haven't seen that yet. Nia Jax versus Chyna might be a tremendous match there. #5, Becky Lynch, Mickie James, and Nikki Bella rounds off the women's division, and these were the original women drafted and the top women here in WWE Raw is War women's division. Intercontinental Championship division, Bret the Hitman Hart. Randy Orton was the Intercontinental Champion as he defeated on that main event of that Raw, that first Raw where we decided all the champions. Randy Orton defeated Bret the Hitman Hart to become the first Intercontinental Champion of the Best Damn Universe mode, but there was controversy at the end of that. Bret the Hitman Hart's foot was clearly on the rope, the referee did not see it though. The decision stood. Randy Orton was the champion. Bret Hart got his rematch in a ladder match at Extreme Rules. Decent ladder match. Some good high spots there. And Bret the Hitman Hart outlasted Randy Orton and became your new Intercontinental Champion. The Ultimate Warrior is the #1 contender as he defeated Sting and Mr. Perfect in a triple threat match at Extreme Rules for the #1 contender position. So he is #1. Randy Orton, former champion, at #2. Sting comes up at #3 as he was not pinned in that triple threat match against Mr. Perfect and Ultimate Warrior. Dusty Rhodes, #4, man. Why is he #4? Well, he just came in to the Best Damn Universe mode, but he had an awesome first match in that 6-man tag with him, the Von Erichs, against Bret the Hitman Hart, the Hart Foundation, and Dusty Rhodes actually pinned Bret the Hitman Hart in that match, so he is here in contention for the Intercontinental title. Then you got Mr. Perfect, Kerry Von Erich, #7, Dean Ambrose. And yes, in this division we have more than 8. We got 10, because we got Kevin Owens and we have Lex Luger, who were originally drafted as well. The men that were not drafted were Kerry Von Erich, who made his debut later on and on Nitro. And that big win in that 6-man match and the way he's looked against Bret the Hitman Hart has him contending for the Intercontinental title. And Dusty Rhodes, of course, with his big pin over Bret the Hitman Hart. So we got 10 guys here in the Intercontinental Championship division. A strong mid-card for WWE and Vince McMahon. Strong mid-card, man. I'd say a lot better than Nitro. But you guys be the damn, I'm at a loss of words. Well, you guys let me know what you think. You let me know which one. You be the judges. There you go. You be the judges and let me know which mid-card is better. But I think, this mid-card is looking very, very strong. And now with the addition of Dusty and Kerry, we got 10 guys. Strong competition there. Speaking of competition, man, Brock Lesnar, #1 contender. Brock Lesnar, #1 draft pick of Vince McMahon, #1 overall. He lost in the first round of the title tournament, got a concussion at the hands of Seth Rollins, who beat him in that first round and went on to defeat The Rock and then defeat The Undertaker to become the first WWE World Champion in the Best Damn Universe mode. Seth Rollins was. Now Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman had to plead to Vince McMahon. They signed a contract for an unsanctioned match. An unsanctioned WWE World Title match at Extreme Rules where Brock Lesnar could not sue Vince McMahon if he got hurt, further injured, or even if he died in the ring, he couldn't sue Vince McMahon. If you didn't catch that, man, that was on one of the episodes of Raw. But Brock Lesnar, why did he have to do that? Well, he was in the concussion protocol after he got curb stomped and bloody mess in that title tournament. He suffered a concussion. He blamed that. He said Rollins got lucky that he got a concussion. Rollins did not beat him. Brock Lesnar's own body defeated him at the tournament. Those are the words of Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Anyway, they signed the contract. Brock Lesnar did not die in the ring. He's not suing anybody, and he beat Seth Rollins. He is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but we're going to see what happens now, as another part of that contract was that he had to defend the title. He had 30 days to defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So by our next pay-per-view, he has to defend that world title at King of the Ring, or he will be stripped of the title and fired from WWE. So McMahon doesn't want to have that on his hands. He needs to clear the concussion protocol and defend the title. If he doesn't clear that concussion protocol, he's stripped of the title and he's fired from WWE. That was part of the contract. And well, they signed it, and now he is the champion. So let's see if he can clear it. So far, he has not yet. We're going to get more update on that on the Raws coming up. So there's a little backstory of the world title. And well, Seth Rollins is your #1 contender. He was just the world champion. So #1 contender. We'll see when he gets his rematch. But The Undertaker has had some words to say to Seth Rollins. Undertaker made a huge comeback. We haven't seen him since the World Title Tournament. Made a huge comeback at Extreme Rules, defeated AJ Styles in that open challenge. And The Undertaker, as the American Badass, has come back and said he wants Brock Lesnar and the world title because of that big time splash that he made at Extreme Rules. He is the #2 contender right behind Seth Rollins, and he wants some revenge against Seth Rollins, who defeated him in the finals. So those two might go at it very soon. There's been some back and forth there who should be the #1 contender. Roman Reigns has also been on saying that he should be #1 contender after his big win against John Cena. So a lot of turmoil there between Reigns, Undertaker, Rollins, and now the whole Brock Lesnar situation. That should be interesting. What's going to happen there? Roman Reigns, if you haven't seen him, man, his attitude has changed. You guys wanted a damn heel turn. He went full-blown freaking heel. No hiding it. He doesn't give a crap. He's changed his attire. We've heard he's even working on some new music. We'll see. But the evolution of Roman Reigns continues. As he said, the Roman Empire has just begun with this victory over John Cena at Extreme Rules. That was an awesome match. Go back and check it out. Extreme Rules. So Roman Reigns at #3 now. Triple H, who him and The Rock have been going back and forth on Raw the last few weeks. Even though Triple H lost to AJ Styles, but he's defeated The Rock several times. And Triple H #4, and of course he's the son-in-law of Vince McMahon, so he's got to be up there. You know Vince. And Vince loves The Rock as well. So The Rock at #5. John Cena, another one of Vince McMahon's beloved puppets. Oops, did I say that? I'm sorry. John Cena at #6. And then AJ Styles, man, even though he has looked well, he has looked good actually the last few weeks besides that loss. I mean, he looked great against Roman Reigns, even though he lost. He was in the main event then against Triple H and won that. And then he was again in the main event against Seth Rollins. And he won that by a count out to be able to go on to Extreme Rules. And of course he lost to The Undertaker, but no shame in losing to The Undertaker. So AJ Styles really pissed off about how he's being treated in WWE, even though they've given him a chance in the main event, but then they stuck him in there with The Undertaker without no notice. And now they put him down at #7. So we'll see what happens with AJ Styles here in WWE. So there you have it, a little preview of what's coming up, what happened, and your champions both for Nitro and Raw. And we're going to take a quick look at the power rankings before we wrap this up. And here we go, man, to wrap up this preview/review exclusive for the Best Damn Universe mode. We're going to go over real quick the power rankings here now. Here in 2K, man, they got like 200-something slots of the power rankings. Let me see where they go. So yeah, 240, where I got some of the repeat characters, a little behind the scenes there. But we're gonna go over maybe the top 20, even top 50. I think I've straightened it out here according to how things have gone out in the universe mode so far. So here we go. #1 right now in the world power rankings here, both, and we're both WCW. Monday Nitro, WWE Rise War, and also NXT. We're taking them all into consideration for the power rankings here. And here's the power ranking. #1 right now, the WCW World Champ, Stone Cold Steve Austin. #2 in the rankings, Brock Lesnar, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Goldberg at #3. So even though he's ranked lower in the regular CM Punk, but because of his victory and because how he's dominant he's looked, he is #3 right now in the power rankings. Roman Reigns, because of everything he's been doing, that big win over Cena, he is #4 in the power rankings. The Undertaker with his big comeback at #5. Seth Rollins #6. CM Punk is #7. Samoa Joe #8, and Samoa Joe, who's looked awesome, man, coming back. And he was not in the ranking there at WCW because he's not officially under contract yet with WCW. They're trying to work it out. They're week by week. He was brought in by CM Punk to just help him out with Stone Cold, but he had a big win over Stone Cold, man, in the last Nitro. A big count-out victory, but a victory nonetheless. And Samoa Joe has looked awesome so far, and we'll see what happens. But he's ranked #8 right now. And these rankings, again, are separate from the ranking. The world title rankings are Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon ranking their separate, but this is me right now and the feedback from the fans or what I've seen so far. So this is an independent ranking, if you will say, about both stables. So here we go. #8 Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, number 9. And number 10, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Number 11, the Women's Champion, TRISH Stratus, after her tremendous victory over China. Number 12, Bret the Hitman Hart. Number 13, the Intercontinental Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart, sorry. Number 13, Eddie Guerrero. Number 14, the Ultimate Warrior, number 1 contender for the Intercontinental title. Randy Orton, former Intercontinental Champion. AJ Styles at number 16, as he's looked great in those main events. Paige, the WCW Women's Champion. Number 18, Chyna. She was dominant, man, as champion for a little bit there until she lost it to Chyna. Then 19 and 20, we got the WWE World Tag Team Champions, Demolition, Smash, Axe. And then number 21, 22, Larry Zbyszko, Arn Anderson, the WCW World Tag Team Champions. Former champs, The New Day at 23, 24, and 25, Big E, Kofi, Xavier. Number 26, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. Number 27, Luke Gallows. Number 28, Carl Anderson, the former tag team champions in WCW. Number 29, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And at number 30, we have Kurt Angle. Oh, let's keep going here. Ric Flair, 31. Hulk Hogan, 32. We got Sting. We got Charlotte, the number 1 contender for the women's title on Raw. Triple H, The Rock, Randy Macho Man Savage, Natalia, who's looked great, John Cena. Then we got 40 here. We got NXT guys, Bobby Roode, Cassius Ohno, who will compete for the world title. We got Asuka Awesome Kong, who will compete for the women's title. And then Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, who will compete for the tag team title, the Young Bucks. The tag team titles in NXT, the Young Bucks and the Revival. Number 48, we got Mr. Perfect. And to round it off, Scott Hall at 49, and 50, Kevin Nash of the Click. So there's your top 50 power rankings, baby. And that is it, because I'm tired. I need to get some damn water. I talk too goddamn much. But there's your preview/review show for the Best Damn Universe mode. And next will be episode number 22 of the Best Damn Universe mode. First episode of 2K18. It will be WCW Nitro with big news on the Japan Super Show. Hope you enjoyed me talking a bunch of crap. And go back and get caught up, goddammit. Look at all those damn World Tag Team title tournaments. They were awesome. Look at the pay-per-views and the Raws. Everything is in order. Enjoy. This is the Best Damn Universe mode.